King Jive Show.
Got a bone to pick.
King Jive Show.
Got a
Good
bone to
morning.
pick.
It's the King Jive Show here. Listen, good morning to everyone. Good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in this great world we call the earth. Good day. I went to a session on the other day called Relationship Unleashed, and it was very different for me. And I went there to learn. I went there to learn about relationships, about togetherness, about being one. And then when I tell you, I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I was invited by some friends, and um, um, just it was awesome. And I thought about it because it's very different for me, being, my background or whatever. But I went to learn. And I learned about the different aspects of a relationship, and I was listening to the conductor who was going forth, and he was talking about relationships, and he was talking about marriage, and he was just really opening up marriage and togetherness and partnerships and unions and covenants and things like that. And I was just like, wow, and I thought about it within my religious mind, my traditional mind of what some sort. And I just thought about that thing, and I said, you know what? I said, when I went to college, I didn't go to college with the mindset of, according to my mindset, what I've been taught, this is what I do. But I go to learn. I go to not only learn, but I go to unlearn from the things that I've done to relearn. When I went to college already having the understanding of how to do graphic design. I knew how to use Photoshop. I knew how to use the media productions. I know how to use the cameras. I know how to make things pop and shine and bring things out. But when I went to school and I had the mindset of, I know how to do this, but I'm going to become a better person. That was my mindset. It wasn't, I'm just going so I can get a degree. No, I'm going so that I could learn the industry standard. I'm going so that I could learn and become a better graphic designer, so that I could become a better camera person. I can become a better producer, if I can just sum that up. I went to school so that I could have a better understanding of the field that I'm in. So I'm listening to this gentleman talk, and he was conducting the class and everything, and I was like, and I was writing my notes down, and just kind of just opening up my mind to what was going on and what was said. And I just said, wow, this gentleman has been married, I believe it was about 20, maybe 30 years, somewhere around there like that. And his wife never took his last name, but that works for them. And I was just kind of like, in my mindset, I was like, ooh, I know some church folks that will really, really have a fit with that. Oh my God, you didn't take his last name? That ain't right. Because when y'all come together, y'all supposed to come together. He's supposed to take your last name. I was like, well, maybe that doesn't work for them, but it works for you. I mean, you taking your husband or whatever, you taking the last name of the person you're with, maybe that works for you. But some, and others it may not work. He was saying that before they got married, it was something spiritual for them. It was something where they talked about it, what they wanted. They didn't want a traditional wedding. They just wanted to have something small, few people. They didn't want to do a veil. They were one. She was not walking behind him. She was walking beside him, and they were going down this thing together. They want this, and they had it already set up. And he was saying how when they got to the point, because they said their marriage didn't start on the wedding day, and I'm gonna look at my notes in a second. Their marriage didn't start on the wedding day, but it started before they got married. And I was like, well, dang, that makes a lot of sense, because your marriage doesn't necessarily start when you walk down the aisle and you say, I do. But your marriage starts once you make the commitment that to say, this is who I want to be with. And in this day and time, when you say, this is who I want to be with, you lay the text messages down, you lay the phone calls down, you lay the Skype down, the FaceTime, the Uvu, the social chats, and all, you lay all that down. And I know for people like me, attention is good. I love attention. I love attention. But you have to make up in your mind, once you choose to make this particular step, even in relationships, when you finally make that decision, you make that decision and say, you know what, I'm going to lay all my cards down. And for some of us, we have to lay our player cards down. You can't be talking to this one and talking to that one and so on and so on. You lay them cards down and you stick with the one whom you choose to be with. So that's okay. And I'm looking at my notes now. He was saying that a wedding date is a date of announcement. It's a date of announcement of what you intend, what will be the next step for the next several years, and for what you hope to be. That's what the wedding date is. So once you make your announcement, once you get married on that particular day, you are saying before the people, you are saying before God, this is what it's going to be for the next several years, or in essence, till death do us part, for better or for worse. And for some people, for richer or for richer. They don't really want to stick with the part that says for richer or poor. They want to say for richer or richer. But anyways, I was sitting in the class and I took down some notes, and I just want to pose a question to my listening audience. And that is, what is the context of marriage for you? What did God call marriage? I'm not talking about between a man and a woman, but what did God call marriage? What did he call marriage? What are your expectations? Now, we have to also understand that marriage is just like the Holy Ghost. It's a gift, and that gift is also a task. And this should be lifelong. Now, I was sitting there and I just was asking myself, now, how did my grandparents make it? Or were they just functioning partners? Did they stay together for the kids? What do you understand about marriage, or do you just go by what others say? And if we go by that, I know a lot of people say, well, the Bible say. The Bible also says to study to show thyself approved, a workman not ashamed, but rightly dividing the truth. Listen, I enjoyed the session yesterday, and it was such an amazing class. It was an amazing unleash, eye opener. A lot of times we just choose to just go to church. And our churches don't have no type of sessions. Our churches don't have no type of gatherings. We just come together when it's conducive and it's time to make money. But as I think back, even in the times of the 60s and 50s, people came together because, one, they wanted to fellowship. Two, they wanted to be better people. And if I look into the white culture, they do it all the time. And it's not even to raise money. They do it all the time because they want to see each other become, one, better. They want to see each other become productive. And you have some of those people who don't like each other, but for the most part, I've seen the Caucasian community pull together, and it's sometimes the people of color. And I've learned just in the past couple months, I'm not even black, but that's what I'm labeled as. I've learned that in my lineage, I'm not only I have black in my bloodline, but I'm pretty much 80% Indian, a couple different tribes, but I'm also Italian. I am Mexican. And I'm just like, wow, that's amazing to find out. But in finding that out, there had to come a point where we came together. We came together because of a funeral. And when we came together, we sat around, we talked, we learned different things. And this was from a generation before me. 2 generations, I should say, before me, that I learned about my family that I did not know. And that's amazing when we're able to come together and we're able to sit around and talk. It's amazing what we can learn. You know what? It's been good today, and I'm telling you, I hope you're learning something. I hope you're grasping something. A lot of you say that you love to see when me and Fred are on videos, and I'm so grateful to hear that. Me and him were talking on the other day, and we're going to get together today and do some more things. But, it has been amazing just doing this, and this so far has been, I believe, I was looking at it today, our 16th show. And so I'm so happy that you all are enjoying. Listen, this has been the King Jives Show, presented by United Kingdom Ministries. I am Demario Jives. You guys have a great day, and we'll look forward to talking to you soon.
King Jives Show.
Got a bone to pick.
Let's stay connected. Go to facebook.com/UK Ministries. Also on Instagram at instagram.com/King Jives Show. Look forward to seeing you soon. Let's stay connected.